Hello, Oscar.
Hello, Ro. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thank God.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh, the last time the class, my internet wasn't good, but right now is better. My
yes,
connection
definitely. I hear you better. Yeah,
and and I can see you better soon too.
excellent. Excellent. There's a lesson that they are proposing. Did you propose this lesson? It
Yes,
says planning for the weekend.
planning for the weekend. Yes.
Okay, super. Let's go. And how have you been? How are things going?
I've been well. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah.
You look more younger with your cap.
Yes. Yeah. I have been sick actually, an ear infection, and I'm
Yeah,
getting better now.
but you can't hear clearly. No problem.
No, I can hear clearly. Just that I can't do this. So I'm
Okay,
doing
yeah.
this because if not, it's the humidity, and I need to leave it open. So I'm taking
Okay, sure.
antibiotics and putting some drops.
Okay. I hope you get better as soon as possible.
Thank you very much. So it says planning for the weekend. Are you on the page?
Yes, I have the.
Okay.
I print
Ah,
the.
you printed it. Awesome. Okay. Okay. That's definitely something that a person from your generation would do. I don't think any younger people would never print. It's like people don't print anymore, right? It's people prefer to see on the screen, right? Um,
Yes,
so
but for me it's more convenient print because I can write down, make the exercises
ah,
or
okay,
in
okay.
the back of the page. I put and I can write down. It's more
It's better.
easy.
Yeah.
It's better.
Actually,
Better.
you're the first person that tells me that and I've spoken to 370 people in this past month and a half. And the first person that have told me, "Hey, I printed the lesson," the first one, honestly.
Okay.
So that's a very low percentage.
Oh, I'm proud for your comments.
Like I'm proud. I have my strategy. All those other people are not learning anything. Right?
It's their problem, not mine.
Exactly, exactly. Can you read the introduction to the dialogue? What it's saying there? What we're going to learn today? Can you read that, please?
Okay. I'm Kevin. What are you up to this weekend?
Um, I'm thinking about having a picnic with some friends.
That sounds like me. Excuse me. That sounds like fun.
Exactly. That sounds like fun. And let me continue here. What plans do you have?
Oh, nothing special.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome to join us if you're free. We're meeting up at Dolores Park Saturday afternoon.
Sure. Let me just check. Excuse me. Let me just check with Gina. She mentioned something about a music festival.
Ah, give me a second. Sorry. Um, Music festival. Feel free to invite her and more friends if you want.
Do you need me to bring anything?
Some drinks and snacks would be nice. And don't forget your sunscreen and tequila, please.
When I went to Mexico,
Uh huh.
I taste the tequila in Plaza Garibaldi.
Ah,
Uh,
wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right now in my life, I'm doing a lot of sacrifices, I think. And my wife and my daughter and I have not traveled in well, my daughter's 2 years old. We haven't gone anywhere in these past years, and but we will eventually. But sometimes in life you have to sacrifice, save money. I'm saving money for my business. Working on Cambly for me helps me because I'm saving money for my business that I want to invest. So it's a
Oh,
process.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's a process. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, definitely. But anyways, let's get back to this. So this is a conversation about having plans. Now, can you focus on what's on red? What are the red words? Why do you think these words are in red here in this dialogue?
Oh, this dialogue is it's a conversation to uh, two two person, two people,
Two
excuse me,
people, exactly. Two people.
two people talking about the planning for the next weekend,
Exactly.
and and finally they decided to go to a festival in Dolores Park
Okay.
and they one of them
Okay.
decides to bring drinks and snacks, and the other person decide to bring some friends. I think this is the main idea of this dialogue.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So what I like to propose is kind of a little bit something we did last time. That when we have a dialogue like this, we can do many things with it. We can check the grammar. We can work on pronunciation. We can also take a look at intonation and pronunciation, because pronunciation is different than intonation. When you read something in English, um, do you feel that you sound American in the tone, or what do you feel needs when you read or speak?
Oh yeah, I think the intonation is important when I talking in English because uh, is for the question. For example,
Hmm.
if I make a question, is different if I make a sentence with affirmation. It's totally different.
Exactly.
And and sometimes the words linking
Hmm.
and sounds like one word, but it's two
Exactly.
words because in English is a lot of linking words.
Yeah, a lot of linking word and all those, sometimes, but, or, even though, despite, all those. There's many linking words and contrasting words also. So, for example, here in this in this specific dialogue, if you can hear me, I'm going to let's do it again. You'll be Kevin now. I'll be Dorothy. Or let's switch it around. I'll be Kevin. You'll be Dorothy, and I want you to focus on the way I intonate the. It's kind of like a musical thing, right?
Okay,
How you up and down. I modulate my emphasis in different words. Okay, so I want you to maybe pay close attention to that. So if you want, we
okay,
can start
okay.
again. I'll be
Sounds good.
I'll be
Okay.
Kevin. Okay. What are you up to this weekend?
I'm thinking about having a picnic with some friends.
That sounds like fun.
What plans do you have?
Oh, nothing special.
You're welcome to join us. If you are free, we're meeting up at Dolores Park Saturday afternoon.
Sure. Let me check with Gina. She mentioned something about a music festival.
Oh yeah, feel free to invite her and more friends if you want.
Do you need me to bring anything?
Oh, some drinks and snacks would be nice. And don't forget your sunscreen.
Excellent. So, what did you notice about how I was saying the sentences? Any difference, or what did you
Yes,
notice?
yes, yes. It's different. The different because at the beginning I was concentrating in the uh, significance of the meaning
The meaning.
of the word.
Exactly.
And the last time I was concentrating in the intonation
Yeah.
and feel like I feel as I was inviting you, teacher.
Exactly. That's it. And as you can see, sometimes the intonation in English is like a pattern. It's like a musical pattern, right? If I ask Kevin, uh, what are you up to this weekend? So it's da 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 da. So if you actually listen to the sound patterns, it's almost like music, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like fun. Da 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 da. Oh, nothing special. Da 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 da. So it's important, to start maybe being aware of the natural intonation of the language, which is different. It's quite different than Spanish. Spanish has its own rhythm, right? Its own, and depends also on the accent. It depends also. It's not the same. A Nicaraguan person from a Colombian person, they sound very
Yes,
different. So in Spanish, even it's more complex, I think, because there's many different accents. I think more than 100 accents in Spanish, right? So
but in English there are many accents too.
also, but I would say that there are fewer because you have the British accent. I mean, in general terms, obviously in UK, there are sub modalities of accents based on the region. But if you go into more general terms, there's the British
Oh
type of
yes,
English, which is, Australia, UK and the European countries, and the American type of English, which is similar. American and Canadian English are also very similar. So I would say those are the two. Obviously, within the United States, you have the southern accent, the northern, the east, the west. So yeah.
okay, okay. And
So
let's continue. Let's continue with the expression.
okay,
Uh,
excellent.
be up to. Have plans to do. Example. I wonder what Mark is up to. I made a sentence.
Hmm.
What are you up to these days?
What are you up to these days? Excellent. I have been. You answer. I have been, etc. Right? I have been doing. What have you been up to these days? Oh, I have been working very hard these days, for example.
Uh, when I was preparing the class, I find that what are you up to is the same thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's
Is
yes,
is correct?
it's similar. I mean, it's not the in meaning. Yes, it is the same because it's asking the person, "What have you been doing? What are you up to? What's the most recent activity you have been doing?" Right. So that's why it's similar.
But in this lesson, the
Mhm.
definition have plans to do. I don't understand exactly
I
what have
wonder what
plans.
Mark is up to. Have plans to do. That's a strange definition because be up to. I wonder what he's up to.
It's a strange definition. I
Yeah, I would
agree.
say it's more doing. It's the more progressive definition. Be up to something is that you're doing something. You're involved in an activity with high frequency. So what are you up to? Oh, I have been playing basketball and working hard on Cambly and going out on the weekends with my family. So that's is what I have been up to. Uh, Not that I have plans to do something. So it's more of the past, right? What have you been doing?
Okay.
So if I ask you
Eh,
this question, what would you respond? So, what have you been up to?
I've been working today. In the morning, I had about 15 patients.
And really,
Uh,
wow,
yes,
15 patients.
15 patient, but it's
Wow.
quickly to understand, excuse me, to to attend to attend.
Okay.
Uh, I
Hmm.
I usually do
Okay. Exactly.
ultrasounds for pregnant women,
Yes.
for patients that have stomach pain, and I do different kinds of ultrasounds.
Hmm.
The most patient, the result is normal,
Okay.
about I don't know 80%. I spend about 4 or 5 minutes to understand that this patient is normal.
Okay.
On the other hand,
Hmm.
when the is not is abnormal, when the
Hmm.
patient has some any illness, I take about 10 or 50 minutes to understand what happened with the patient. But
Okay.
it's only 20%.
Exactly.
The result in the average, I I I spent about 10 minutes for each patient.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, so only 20% of all patients actually have some pathology, some problem.
Okay,
I see.
that's it.
I see. Interesting. And when that happens, you refer them to a different specialist, or what happens after you?
My activity, my work consists on make an ultrasounds. Each patient comes to me with a order to another doctor,
Okay, okay, okay.
and the other doctor asks for the specific
Test, yeah,
ultrasound,
exactly.
and I have to return the patient with the result, and the other doctor decide the treatment.
Ah, I see. I see. I understand. I understand now. It always comes in from another doctor. Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Super. Super. Okay, so back to these types of questions, right? What have you been up to? What's next? It says might be thinking about.
Might be thinking about plan to do. My friends are thinking about going to a movie. My sentence.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're thinking about going to movies tonight.
We're thinking about going to the movies.
To the movies. To the movies tonight
Uh-huh. Hmm.
or at night.
No, tonight. Tonight.
Tonight.
Or
Okay.
if it's another day, you say tomorrow night, or you give the specific, day where you're going to go, right?
Okay.
Super.
Right.
Picnic, which is, I think,
Picnic.
pretty easy.
A trip. A trip or party that includes a meal eating outdoors. This weekend I have a family picnic.
Exactly. Yes.
Uh, my sentences.
Hmm.
The last picnic was great.
Okay. Okay. Excellent.
The fourth.
Okay. Yes.
Be welcome to. No have definition. Your friends are welcome to come over as well.
So, what definition would you give to that? To be welcome to?
Uh, I would put to be happy when someone comes to me.
Exactly. Actually, what it means is that your guests, usually it's about guests or people who arrive to your house who are guests, to communicate to them that it is okay, that they are accepted, they are welcome to do something, right? So if you have friends in a party at home, you can tell your friends, you're welcome to get beers from the refrigerator, no problem. Go, please serve yourself. So you are welcome to means that literally, it's okay if you do this. I'm informing you that this is okay, right?
Okay. My sentence: our friends are welcome to come at home.
Exactly. Now, I would ask you an interesting question. What is something that you would not have your guests be welcome to do in a house party? Think about the other way. What is something that I would not think a guest in my party would be welcome to do in my house, for example?
Oh yeah, it's a good question. My guests, my friends, wouldn't welcome to lie down in my bed.
Okay, exactly. So my guests, so it's wouldn't be welcome. They would not be welcome to lie in my bed. Of course, there you go. So my guests would not be welcome to lie in my bed. Excellent. Super. So next one.
Okay. Meet up, meet up, meet up, meet up, meet
Meet up.
up
Meet up.
at to come together. The
Exactly.
boys meet up at the schools.
Exactly.
My sentence: I meet up with a few friends yesterday.
Exactly. I actually, what would be the tense of the verb? Meet. I met, correct? I met up.
Oh yes, I met up. Oh yes.
I met up with,
I
etc.
met up. I met up with a few friends yesterday. In the
Exactly.
past, but
Yes.
the present is meet and the past is met. Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That would be the
Uh,
past. So let's go on to the next one.
check with someone. Ask someone if it's okay to do. I need to check with my boss if I can take a day off.
Exactly.
My sentence: I want to check with my wife if we can go out for dinner.
Excellent. Excellent. Super. And let's see here. A couple more. Right. Check
Festival.
with, mention.
Mention.
hmm
Talk about, write about, or refer to something or someone,
Exactly.
especially in a brief way. She's never
Exactly.
mentioned anything to me about her husband. That's a problem.
Yes. It's a big problem. She never mentioned that she was married or he was married, right? What's going on?
And in this moment, her husband is looking for me.
Yeah, definitely. Your husband, exactly.
Okay. Seven.
We'll do what we can do.
She didn't mention my sentence. She didn't mention her problems.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now, what's next? There's a couple that are easy. Festival is actually just a noun. It's a thing. Feel free to. That's what I think would be more important to focus on. But you know what a festival is, right? I mean, it's
Yes,
pretty easy. Okay.
pretty
So
easy.
maybe you can skip that and go straight to the phrases. Feel free to.
Feel free to. Don't be afraid to. Please feel free to ask any question you have.
Now,
Uh,
as you can see, it's similar to are welcome to.
oh yes, I was thinking the same. It's similar to welcome. That example that you told me, that you gave me. And okay, my friend, you are welcome to my house, and you feel free to take the beers in the fridge. No
Exactly.
problem.
Exactly. Feel free to take the beers from the fridge. It's from the fridge. You're taking it
From
from somewhere, right? The preposition of from, taking it from the fridge, right? Getting it and taking it from the fridge. That would be that would be the phrase, right? Not to the fridge, taking it from the fridge, right?
Okay. Sunscreen. Lotion that you put on your skin to prevent sunburn by blocking at some of the sun's rays.
Exactly.
This sunscreen has 100 SPF.
Exactly.
My sentence is sunscreen should be reapplied after sweating.
Ah, no, usually I don't do that actually. But yeah, it should be reapplied after sweating. That's true. And
Or after.
do you use sunscreen usually? Is it common for you to use sunscreen in Colombia or not necessary?
Yes, all days I use sunscreen. After my shave, I don't know in English to say afeitar. After I put
After you shave,
sunscreen
yeah.
after shave, I always put sunscreen in my face. In the other hands, because in my working, when I watching X-rays, the screens uh, put send ultraviolet X. What do you say in English?
Ultraviolet rays.
Ultraviolet ray, and the ultraviolet rays can make you spots,
Yes.
and it's
Usually it's
convenient.
common for men to have spots in the hands, no? Older men after 50, 60 years. Is this because of the sun or is it because of something else?
No,
Usually
it's
men
not.
have spots here in the hand.
Yes, I know what you're saying. That spawns in the older man is a sign of the older
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, exactly. But is that because of there's something with the liver or an organ, or is there something?
No, it's related about the sun, because in your hand this part puts the sun and another
Exactly,
no
yes.
deserve the sun.
Yeah, because I can start seeing some spots on my hands. Very little, but I can see some spots on my hand. I guess I'm old. Estoy
But
viejo. Ya estoy
no,
viejo.
you for nothing. You are not old. You are a young man.
Hello, back there. There's somebody back there.
Okay, yes.
Somebody behind you. Looking, she's like, who is that? Yes, it's your teacher. But anyway, Oscar, we're closing up here. Oscar, you know, on your screen, I see 1,444 minutes. That is a very interesting number. 444. What do you think about that? What do you think about seeing patterns of numbers? Recently, I have been seeing fours all over the place. And now that I'm looking at your screen, I see he has 1,444 minutes. It's funny, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look at that number. 3 4s, you know, straight.
You might buy the lottery.
Maybe. All 4s. I'll win. Maybe, yes. Awesome. Well, Oscar, it's been a pleasure. Please, let's speak again. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the class. And next time, for the next Monday, I think we will be okay.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Adios.